waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tail of the tape. It's Dalton Thunder Smith. He's 176 centimeters tall with a reach of... It's Dalton Sugar.
This bout is scheduled.
So much hype surrounding... And there's the bell to start the round. That right hand connected right on the sternum. Don't see a lot of those shots connect. Trying to land that jab. That uppercut doesn't land. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Right hook just missed. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Do not give an outside fighter time to think. You've got to make the fighter panic. You've got to rush the fighter into doing things they don't normally do.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You'd like to see more jabs. Jab does not score. That counter shot lands. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
It's all offense all the time. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? When are we going to see a jab from these two? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Smith in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you.
Oh my, that's a game changer.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Todd?
Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
No rest for the weary. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. He threw the hook, didn't land.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw the hook, didn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. What would you tell this guy he's got to do? We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt, and someone's got to react.
Missed him with that uppercut. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Oh my goodness, so that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Catch and shoot. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Both men step back for this round, still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Both of these fighters have had their moments. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Smith in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout, because it makes the night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
What a punch. Just missing with the uppercut. Missed with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
They exchange punches. That punch is beginning to take its toll. The perfect counter lands. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That has been his best punch all round long. And that hook misses. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Smith in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter shot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Sugar Ray is down!
Is he out? Is he going to move? Is there a twitch?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Beautiful, I like that.
Quick punch scores. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Can't find a home for that jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swinging, and at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here.
His legs have gone. He's got to get their hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal. Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back.
This could be the end.
Bambi leg.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
There's a counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
You'd like to see more jabs halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Can't land the jab there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Don't lose focus. Don't focus on that cut.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. And this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Both men step back for just a moment. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. What a punch! A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Oh my goodness, what pace! What pace! They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Another scoring shot there. Swing and a miss with that jab. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
That hook won't score. What a nightmare scenario!
One, two, three, four.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. So close, but so far a split decision loss. Man, that one has got to hurt, Johnny.
A split decision, you know what? I feel sorry for the loser because heart and soul was laid out right there. Everything was left.
All the seats have been sold. We're at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. And here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
It's got
Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Saul Canelo Alvarez, a 4-division multi-time world champion.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, presenting one of the all-time great.
What a pleasure to be in this. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Can't land that jab. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Needs to put some combination work together. 1 punch is good, 2 punches better. We welcome you to this beautiful theater. Shakespeare has nothing on the drama that we've seen between these two fighters. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
This is that place you want to say, I fought there, I've been there, and now we are here.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. You don't want to trade shots.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot with the right hand. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another. They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Outside fighters create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Didn't land that jab. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Hey, those punches add up. Caught him. You couldn't write a script. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. talk about Leonard in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. And there's the bell to start the round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. That punch scores. And they're down. Would be wise here to take the full 8 seconds.
You see many shots like that. A simple short shot. Put the fighter down.
Pretty good start the first half of this round. The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
The perfect counter lands. Got him there. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty... Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly considering maybe throwing in the towel after their fighter got dropped twice.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. There's the bell to start the round. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. A very competitive round here so far. The jab doesn't quite connect.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He threw the hook, didn't land. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catches.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Good counter punching. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action. They ring the bell, and here we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect those fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice exchange here from both men. He threw a punch and just got countered. Gotta let your hands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
And there's the bell to start the round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything.
Good for him to get back up on his feet, but is he just a glutton for punishment?
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to power you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it, because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull him down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
And now going for the finish.
Oh, I heard that never by so.
No one would have blamed him if he didn't get up, but here we go again, and this could get ugly.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Both men promised to knock their opponent down, and they were right in that round.
Absolutely correct.
They ring the bell, and here we go. How do you score the last round, Johnny, as both of these fighters went to the canvas?
I've seen that twice before. Both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident? Who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
That counter punch caught him clean. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in?
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That...
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
and gentlemen, a knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. And he weighed in at an even 61 kilos. He is Terrence Bud. And it's the king of...
This bout is scheduled for...
The fans are ready, and it looks... And there's the bell to start the round. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's Khan versus Crawford part 2. Of course, Crawford with that TKO win in 2019 in New York City.
The last time I felt a little shortchanged. It finished a little too early. I hope this one goes a bit further than expected. Oh, it's all bunched in the first 6 rounds.
Just missing with the uppercut. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He didn't take that jab well at all.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Can't find a home for that jab. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. He misses with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter punch. Talk about Crawford in that last round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Just see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Both men step back for just a moment. Crawford in trouble.
His legs have gone. He's got to get their hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
Thought for a second of getting out of trouble, but now he's right back in the phone booth.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it. What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He scores with the counter. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we... They ring the bell, and here we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
It's all offense all the time. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
You want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was... And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. A lot of fans know the building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here?
Days, where should he look? What should he do? Should he run? Should he...
And they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count.
Oh, he's down, he's down. Is he going to get up? He's staggering.
Well, he's back on his feet, but right now, the corner's got to think about throwing in the towel.
Look at his corner, look at the instruction. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
Never ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They ring the bell, and here we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You're a power puncher. You're not. Need to turn this around halfway through. So the referee says he can continue.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter. Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Miss with that jab. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Beautiful counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength.
They're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Beautiful counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Will the referee step in?
Does he know he's hurting? Look at him.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. They are going to surrender. Nope.